Welcome back to the channel. This is Waga. As always, like and subscribe, and we are going to continue with building our app. Last time we worked on the BLoC delegate, and this time we are going to work on the tabs, the various tabs, the three tabs you can see here on the finished article. So we are going to work on them and do a bit of that. And then after this, we're going to go into the login and logout forms, the sign up and login forms. Yeah, or register. Now, this is the finished article, and if you noticed, I have changed something. I noticed that it looks better if you remove the background color from the scaffold. You see the scaffold currently is blue-gray, but originally it's blue-gray, like so. I give it a blue-gray. I sort of like this color, this blue-gray color. But then I noticed one important thing is that if you come to the messages, you can't see the first message. Ideally, what should happen is you should see the first message. You should have a peek at the last message sent. So, for example, if we turn it back to white by doing this, and coming here and doing that, and removing the, just removing uncommenting it, we can see that we have a peek at the last message sent. So I'm going to change that. Like I said, the functionality is going to be the same. Some UI decisions I'm going to change along the way. So the final app will incorporate this white background rather than the blue-gray one that we've had so far. So with that, that's small explanation at something I had found in the UI. Let's continue with our app, where I believe we had gotten to the point where we had just rendered something from the splash page. So let's go back there. We are going to continue with our app, and what we're going to do is we are going to work on the splash page. The splash page currently is just basically the word splash, and we could build it out a bit more, and that's what we're going to do. This is going to be just basic UI stuff, right? And yeah, so basically just UI stuff. I'm not going to do a lot of explanations, just maybe the parts where I think that something could be said. So first we're going to use media query so that the size of various widgets and things on the screen and maybe fonts scale according to the screen that we're using. So if you're using a bigger screen, it scales like so. If you're using a smaller screen, it scales according to that. So what we're going to say is we're going to say size equals media query .of, and we pass in the context, and we check out the size like so. So that's going to be the size, and it's going to return actually a scaffold. It's going to return a scaffold, and in this case we actually want it to be all gray. The scaffold looks better like that. I really like the color, and since we're going to be using that gray color more or less everywhere, we could come to constants, and in constants we could have here we could just have const background color, and this is going to be colors dot blue. We have not imported material data. Import material data so it can help us. We don't. It could help us out. So it could get Flutter material colors dot blue gray like so. So we're going to have the colors dot blue gray like that, and we're going to go back to a splash, and the splash, the scaffold is going to have a background color of that. Background color is going to be background color, like so. And we're going to import it from the constants, and it's going to have a body of container. The width of this body is going to be size dot width. The size dot width, and the child is going to be center, and we're going to have the text with the name of our app. It's going to be text, and our app is called chill, like so, and the style is going to be text style, and we are going to have a color of colors dot white, like so, and font size of we're going to use the width to calculate that font size, to calculate the font size dot width times, to make it a bit more adaptive, 0.2, like so. So that is going to be our splash page. So after finishing the splash page, we could check whether it works, and for that we would just run the app, give it a second. It'll flash quickly on our page, and then we will go to done. So we can just do that, and in the meantime, as we're waiting for it to do that, we could come to the widgets folder. It'll just appear momentarily, and we could create a new .dat file called tabs, like so. And yeah, and the Xcode build is almost there. So yeah, we could type stateless as we're waiting and hit that, and we could call this tabs, like that. And of course import, I think it will flash very quickly, flutter material dot, like so. Give it some space, and yeah, so wait for it, and it should momentarily flash. I believe it will do so in a second. Let's just see it, and let it consult with Firebase first and find that we're not authenticated. And then when it does that, as you can see here, we see chill, then it disappears. So that part works. We see a center chill, then it disappears. Okay, so our splash page works. Now we can go back to creating our various tabs. For the various tabs, we're going to have 3 tabs. There's the search page, which is here. There's the matches page, which is this. And this doesn't look good. We'll change it a bit. And there's the messages page, like so. So we will create 3 pages. So we would come to the pages folder, and we need to create matches, searches, and messages page. So we could right click here, come here, hit and say messages, like so. Why isn't it appearing? I thought I clicked on it. Okay, that file, let's say messages, hit enter, and yeah, and then we could come here and we could create a new .dat file, which is going to be called search, which will connect you with people who you are interested in. And we could hit enter, and we have search, and we have, I think the third one is matches, right? New .dat file, and we could have matches, like that. So we hit enter, and we have yeah, the trifecta: search, messages, search and matches, these three that will appear up here. So yeah, so we have done that. We are going to be stateful widgets, so we could start by importing Flutter material dart like so, and then we could copy it since we'll use it around the place. We could just hit copy, and we could come here and we could say stful. There's a plugin, I believe, for Flutter that gives you. I've talked about it in a previous series I've had about the plugins that I use. I've not talked about it here because I've made the assumption, which now that I think of it might be wrong, that you have also seen that. So basically, you can get one of these plugins. I believe it's called Flutter, that will have shortcuts like this. That you could just type stful, which stands for stateful widgets, and stles, stateless. Yeah, so you can type stateful or stateless. The difference between stateful and stateless widget is that stateful widget manages state, internal state, and stateless doesn't. We have used a couple of stateless widgets around, and we're also using, I believe the splash is a stateless widget. Yeah, it's a stateless widget, and this is matches a stateful widget. Yeah, so basically that's the long and short of it. The TLDR version. So we could say this is matches like so, and we come here and we could copy the Flutter material dart and stful like so, and this is search, yeah, like so, and we come to messages. Why do we do that? Okay, fine. We can just copy this. No. Put the Flutter here and then type st. You see the stateless stless new stateless widget, and you can see an example here, and stful, and what this is new stateful widget with animation controller. I've never seen that. Wow. I haven't messed around with animation much, just the hero animation. I used I believe in the API series I used the hero animation. I haven't done a lot with animation, to be honest, with Flutter, but you could check that out. So we just type st, you learn new things all the time, stateful widget, and what's the name of this? This is called messages. So yeah, so those three are done, and we now have the messages, the various. My time has gone off. Yeah, so let me just close that. So yeah, so basically we have the three stateful widgets, and we can work on putting them, getting them on the tabs. Continue with our tabs, and first thing we're going to do is we are going to come down here, and we're going to have a list of the various pages or tabs. These are the tabs, in case you don't know. And for that, we're going to say a list of various widgets, and it's going to be called pages, and this is going to be a list. So yeah, so we're going to have search like so, and then we're going to have matches like so, then we're going to have messages like so, and I think we need to import each and every one of them, and we're going to use that. We're going to import them like this, just like this. So we have the various imports that we just created of the stateful widgets. Yeah, the stateful widgets, and we're going to return the theme, and here we're going to have the data, and like I said, we're going to make a few changes, particularly to the theme. We're not going to have it all gray like it was. I think it's better if we make it the background white. So we could have the primary color. The primary color is going to come from our so our constants, and that's background color. Okay, so let's just say background color, like so. And of course we need to import it. So you could say import, background color, like so. And then we could have the color, the accent color. The accent color is going to be colors.white. We could just have colors.white, like so. Yeah, and yeah, that's going to be it basically. And after that, we are going to have the child is going to be the default. The child is going to be the default tab controller. And then we're going to tell it that we're going to have a length. It's going to have three tabs, 1, 2, 3, as you can see here. And the child is going to be a scaffold. We can just return child of scaffold, like so. And the app bar is going to be, what is this child? What's wrong? Oh, we have not put a comma here, have we? Yeah, so that was the problem. So we come here, let's give ourselves a bit more real estate. We could say app bar, I'm sure you're familiar with this. The title is going to be title is going to be text, and the text is going to be chill, like so. And the style is going to be text style, and the font size is going to be, we could say 30.0. And the font weight is going to be font weight to the capital F, font weight bold, like so. Now here's a problem that you only encounter on Android, I'm guessing. If you don't put like if you're running this on iOS, like if I were to open if you were to open this app exactly as it is on Android, you'd find that the chill is left justified. It's aligned to the left. So it will be set here. The chill will be here and not in the center. So for that, it's only a problem with Android. With iOS, whether or not you put, the title will be centered by default. So for our brethren running Android simulators, you might want to do this. State on iOS you don't have to say this. You could just say center title, hit true. On iOS this is optional. On Android, if you want it in the center, you have to put it like that. So yeah, so that's basically that. And after that, we're going to have the exit, the what's it called, this exit app. We're going to have this exit app button, and for that we're going to have under the text we're going to have actions, and actions we're going to have an icon button, an icon, where's B, icon button. And the icon, there's actually an icon specifically for that, is going to be icons dot exit to app. I'm guessing yeah, so there's an icon called exit to app. It's this one, which if you hit this, you exit the app. This exit to app, that sounds like you are entering the app, not leaving it. Anyway, if you can think of a better icon for leaving an app, I was searching for an icon to put there, and I saw exit to app, and I guess in my mind I read exit app, not exit to app. Okay, now I'm saying it's exit to app. So yeah, so basically you hit the icon, you hit this, and you exit. Ta-da! So yeah, basically that, and we're going to leave the onPressed blank now. We are going to set that up in a bit, I'm guessing. In the next, we're going to put in the, I think it's a block provider, and then we just provide the auth block, and then the event we had is logged out. In fact, we could just do it right now. But I want to talk about BLoC more in the next in the next video, so we can set the login and log out. Yeah. So log out on actions. Let me just write. I'm just writing down a note. And then another thing. Yeah. So let's just leave it there, and then we continue in a bit. We continue, and to give it a bit of space, we're going to use a preferred size widget, and this is to give it a bit of space so that the actions can remain up here, but this the tab is a bit lowered. So we're going to give it a preferred size so that we can make the chin, I'm going to call it the chin of the upper a bit longer, so that we can get a bit of separation from the tabs and the action button to exit the app. So for that, we come under widgets like so, and we say bottom like so, and this is going to be a preferred size. It's actually preferred size like so. I thought it was a preferred size widget, but it's actually a preferred size, and the preferred size is going to be size dot from height like so, and we're going to pass in about 48. I experimented with a few. I found 48 was 48 was good. I've experimented with a few numbers. I found out 48 was good, but we're going to put it on the screen by the end, and we can maybe play around with the numbers. Or you could actually do it. You could just play around with the numbers. We could create a container, and the container will have a height of, we could say 48.0 also. 48.0 like so, and the alignment is going to be center aligned, so we could say alignment dot center like so. It's going to have a child is going to be a column main axis alignment is going to be centered, main axis alignment dot center like so. And oh god, why do I have two commas? And the children are going to be the widgets. So the widgets are going to be tabbar. It's going to return a tabbar, and you could just look at I'm guessing it's Tabbar and Tabbar controller, so that you can see more information about this. And the tabs, yeah, we could just come here, and the first tab is going to be we could just have 3. Yeah, so it could be icon, and the icon here is going to be search, icons dot search like so. And yeah, and the next one is going to be, we can just copy this. Let's just copy this so it can simplify our work, since we're going to use it 2 more times. Copy, put it here, copy, put it here. It's going to be search people, and you can see it on the side here, and message like so. So we have our 3 apps and the body is going to be just be the Tabbar view. We can come to the bottom of the app bar, still in the scaffold, and say body, and this is going to be the Tabbar View, like so. And in it, the children are going to be Tabbar Jess, right? The children. Oh, sorry, I made a mistake. The children are just going to be the pages. We could say just the pages. Yeah, like so. So basically that is our tabs, and yeah, so here we are with our tabs, and now it's the moment of truth. So what we can do is we can go to our home page like so, and we can come here to container, get rid of the container, and just return our tabs. We should get the top of this, just the top with this icons, the name, and the action button that exits but does nothing. So we could return here, we could say tabs like so, and we could import tabs. So after import it, we put in the semicolon, sorry, press down. So we hit the semicolon, so like so. We save, and we should run our app now. And if everything goes right, we should first see the unauthenticated, when it's uninitialized, we'll see the splash page saying chill for a bit, then we'll get the top part of this, and when that happens, we'll know that we have done everything correctly as it should be, and we have our various tabs. So yeah, so basically now it's just waiting for Xcode to build. I could cut this out and then go later, but let's just what we've done, we have built the search page, which is a stateful widget, the message page, this one here, the matches page, which will match people. We'll be adding a few packages to use these pages, because yeah, we'll be adding a few packages we need, particularly with the icons and things like that. And we have not even begun working on the profile. So there's still plenty of work to do, we still have to work with the profile block, we have to work with the searches block, we have to work with the matches block, we have to work with the chat block. There's still several blocks to add for this, but at least we have not even done the sign up, I believe, and sign up form, and the login form. So those are the other things we need to do. What else do we need to do? We haven't built a bunch of widgets. There are a couple of widgets we need to build. Yeah, so there's still a lot of stuff. So okay, here it is, 60 seconds. Okay, it goes to Firebase. We should see chill in a bit, flash for a while, and then we see our, yeah, we see chill, we saw chill, then we have our various tabs. We could have something written here. Let's go to the message page, messages, and instead of just returning a container, we could return text saying we are on the page, so that we can do. So we could say messages, hit that, and we should see messages. Come here, say matches, we hit text, and we say here matches, like so, and we did messages, matches, and the third one is search, like so. So the third one is text with the word search, like so. So basically we have done our tab bar and we have included everything. We added the preferred size so that you can give it a bit of space so that they're not too bunched up. If you remove the preferred size, all this the three tabs and the action button will be on the same size. But if you give it a bit of space, you bring it down. And yeah, so basically that's all our tab bar, and I think we're done for the day. And we thank you for watching. like and subscribe, start the repo on GitHub, and share this video around. And if you have any questions, you can ask them in the comments, and I can see you in the next video. Thank you.